Hello, it's John Lord here again, and we're going to talk about cutting back or removing Shasta Daisies because they're too tall and replacing them with something else. But first, I just noticed these Heleniums. It's a variety called The Bishop. It was planted this year. It's quite tall. And as you know, I hate perennials that fall over. I won't have them because I hate staking because it doesn't look natural. But so I was always a little bit against Heleniums, and this is the as I said, this is the first time I've grown them. But look how good they are. But about 2 months ago, I cut them all back to about this height. So if I hadn't cut them back, they would have been flowering at this height and probably would have fallen over. This is a variety called The Bishop, and I've never understood what people like so much about Heleniums, and now I understand, because you have to see it with your eyes to know, and touch it with your hands. It's beautiful, dark centre, and the outside petals, actually florets, they're not petals, they sort of curve back a little bit, and it's a lovely overall effect. I'm going to do more next year. Anyway, we didn't come to talk about Heleniums, really, and we didn't come to talk about what I did here this morning. We did Pampas Grass here, and Pampas Grass has to be kept open. If you want Pampas Grass to look really well, it has to be kept open, and you have to get a name variety, and this variety is called Pumila. Now, it was this plant here, the Cornus Alba, was coming on top of it, even though it is to the north. So we removed a few branches. Now, if you remove branches at this time of the year, always go into the plant. Prune into the plant so you don't notice it's been cut. Now, if you're given a very heavy pruning in the spring, it's different, you just go all over. But this time of the year, it's a little bit of judicious pruning. Like this, go into the plant. Look, you don't even know that was touched. That's a little tip I got from an old gardener years ago. And just something else I just noticed. I did a video here last year where I got a few plants, a few lumps from roses and other things, and I just stuck them in the ground to show people how easy it is to propagate plants. And here's one of them here. That's the rose. I think it's called James Galway. It's a David Austin rose, and that's after rooting and it's growing. And here is a piece of this Cornus stuck in, and that's rooted as well. That was just stuck in the ground. No compost with it, no sand, nothing, no rooting powder. So you can root stuff very easily. And what we will do now is, or maybe in the winter time, we lift that and put it in a more appropriate place. And this is what this is what the video is about. The video is about what do we do with this Shasta Daisy that's after falling over. Now if you look, I'll remove a stem. The reason it's fallen over is because it's a too tall a variety. Now if we look at that, we'll see the spent flowers, but if we look down, there's little flower buds. So that would reflower further down, but there's no point because the whole lot's on the ground. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take it up. This is a mat axe, a great tool. Great in a fight. I'll take yours all on. There's most of it gone. And this is our boundary here somewhere. And this is the gravel. And everything's moved onto the gravel. But we'll get the rest out and we'll have a look. Actually, this is our boundary here. You can see it. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? It's tricky. See, what I was going to do, I was going to put in a shorter variety called Snow Lady. Like this. Let's see, but there's plenty of room here. So I think what we'll do is we'll I think we'll extend the border because that gravel was only put onto the soil. So maybe that there. And we'll take this one out. And then we'll go like that. So we'll something like that. Maybe get one more, maybe get one or two more, because these don't sell at this time of the year. Once they go out of flower, they'll sit in our benches for another 6 months, so might as well get them in here. Well, and let me see, what else will we do? Little job I started is kind of getting legs, becoming a big job, but you can see what I'm going to do, see what it's going to look like. Might put another one here, maybe another one there, and I think this winter this hydrangea, it's starting to sucker, it's coming out too far. We might have to take some away using the trusty mattock and just bring it back a little bit. That's Hydrangea Annabelle. And I think that's going to look alright, even though I say so myself. Hello, this is a week later and we've finished our job and we changed our mind. We put in Helenium short and Sassy because the white Shasta Daisy was a bit close to the white of the hydrangea, so we just think this is better. So never be afraid to change your mind in gardening. And we've just realised, because we've moved out our border and it's so nice, that what we're going to do here is we're going to continue on like this and have more border here, and we're going to put in a plant called Liatris, and I'll show you Liatris around here. Here. actually a member of the daisy family, and it's one of these modern plants, or plants that are used a lot in modern gardening, and they're much better when you put lots of them. And there's only one there, so if we maybe put 10 or 12, it will look much better, and it's facing due south. It's the best. That's probably the best piece of garden we have in terms of lack of water and facing south, and we have loads of space. Even when we remove that extra gravel, it's still a very large area. That's the problem about gardening, is every time you do something, you think, well, I'm finished, but that creates something else. So you never stop. It's like life, you never stop.